up, guys? It's your boy Alex, and we are back with another reaction video once again. And oh yeah, don't worry about this. I was shaving earlier and left a little blood mark there, so it should heal up pretty soon. I just had to wash it and just put this over it. So just don't worry about it. I'm completely fine. It's just a little bit of blood, so we're all good. Anyway, yes, we are back with another reaction video, and this is one that was actually requested recently while I was doing other stuff, and this goes out to Mal for, I forgot how to pronounce the name, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to remember, I'll probably remember it while this is being edited, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, his request reaction was that I react to another Caddicarus video, which I haven't done since the problem I had with more reaction videos going on, and you all know how that works. But yes, I am doing another reaction video to Caddicarus, and this is on a game that I kinda barely know about a little bit, but you know how that works. This is on the game Glover, which is, it's not the N64 version, it's actually the PlayStation 1 version of Glover. All I really know about it is you play as a magical walking glove that has to save the world. I think basically it's like Spyro meets Conker. It's sort of like one of those games, except, Conker had a bunch of guns and stuff. Glover doesn't. He's just a glove. I don't really know that much about it, except just the name and the cover of what the character looks like. So there is that. And what I've heard is that this is the bad Glover game because it's on the PlayStation 1. And I know for a fact that PlayStation 1 has had its fair share of good and bad games, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Let's just find out. Okay. Starting the video off a little awkward with Caddy in bed. Maybe this was the bad version that he was talking about, that he was laying in bed and had no shirt. I'm not even going to question that. We're just going to get the video started. So, without further ado, let's take a look at Caddicarus' review of Glover for the PlayStation 1. So, starting the video in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And, not going to lie, that is an awesome hand tattoo that Caddy has. Now, personally, my opinion is, I'm not ever going to get a tattoo, because they hurt. Yeah, not going to lie, they look like they hurt. I'm also checking if the volume is all the way up, so I think we're good on that. Okay.
What a night that was. Hey, babe, how you doing?
Duh!
What have I done? Oh. No wonder
Okay.
you have your hand.
Really weird way to start off the intro to your show, but...
Sorry you had to see me like that.
Oh, you got a shirt on now.
I had a rough night last night. You see, after Bandicoot month ended, knowing I couldn't talk about my true love for another year, I went on a bit of a depression session. So I went on Tinder, swiping away left after left, feeling like an employer going through CVs for a company inside my trousers, but then stopped and swiped right, because I thought I found the next video game character I wanted to play with.
Okay.
The problem was I was very drunk and I couldn't see
all right.
Their name. Wasn't I surprised? But hey, the mistake has been made, it's in the past, I've learned from it. And even though Glover may not be my lover, I can't deny this little bugger's pretty cute. Glover came into existence in 1998 for the Nintendo
Wow, really?
64, and then exactly 1 year later for the PlayStation. It got mildly positive reception.
Came out that long ago for the N64.
And yeah, the N64.
Yikes! That really bad of a score?
Automatically because of it, but the PS1 version has horrible, ugly FMV in it. That instantly makes it better.
Well,
more pixely,
to be fair, the PlayStation 1 FMVs aren't that bad for certain games, but when it's the bad games, oh, good lord.
You won't fit them in your pants. It also had a planned sequel for the following year that was 85% complete, but never saw the light of day. So combine that with the negative PS1 reviews, and... I'm excited!
Okay.
Pronounce it as Glover or Glover.
Oh, jeez, no.
I can't do Grover. Well, let's take a look at the back of the box and see what's going on. Embark on a magical journey with Glover as he tries to save the wizard's kingdom and return the 7 missing crystals.
Interesting.
I knew it. Help Glover solve puzzles, cast magical spells, and defeat enemies including lionfish and giant wasp.
I'm sorry, what?
Cheesy, I'm so sorry. You used to have the greatest video game enemy of all time with Teapot, but you're about to be dethroned.
Wow.
On top, giant wasp. Okay, no, I changed my mind. Teapot is still the best one. We begin the game with a cutscene.
Sorry about that. Alright, sorry about that. I had to answer a few messages and probably have to answer a few more, but we're just going right here. So, what I got from this is that weird bulbous nose wizard over here made a sentient glove and now is working a potion, but I'm gonna guess something is gonna happen, like something bad is gonna happen, and it's up to the glove to save the entire world. Then again, it probably should be the wizard that fixes it, but yeah, leave it to your sentient hand inside a glove. Now that I think about it, his hand might be inside that glove, and he has no hand, and he's probably bleeding out on the floor as we speak.
Oh, D, the thing went wrong, and one of the gloves fell out the window while the other glove fell into a cauldron of pure evil.
Or, no, never mind, his hand is fine.
Why the hell are we helping this bum? He's clearly the villain. But no, apparently the other glove is now the villain because now he's evil and turned into the...
Or that happened.
Happen to be controlling the good glove, though, who is indeed Glover, and we start off with being told we need a ball. And I know just where to look. As stated in the blurb on the back of the box, the object of the game is to go into multiple levels in different themed worlds and transport a magical crystal back to the statue of Gabe Newell in the center of the castle that sounds like an MRI machine.
Wow.
And I don't know what's worse, the noise it makes, or the fact he decided to mix live electrical currents into a water feature. You know what, Glover? First of all, he's blowing in a cauldron of pure evil, and now he's putting toasters in your bath water. Let the man die. The world would be better off without him. You control Glover himself, who is a 4-fingered glove with a smiley face walking around on 2 middle fingers and
I like that he's moving, that the hand is just gently pushing it around as you move.
Concept animated really well, and I mean, just look at him.
Oh, you can ride on top of it. No, Caddy. Now, Caddy, I know what you said, and you probably didn't mean it, but you have no idea where that glove has been, so why don't you just put it down and not eat it? Unless you want to contract COVID. No one wants that, trust me. So just put it down. You're gonna eat it, aren't you, just for the sake of the bit?
Now you may be wondering
Yeah, you did.
right now what the deal with this ball is that Glover is pushing around and why this has anything to do with getting these crystals to save the world. And that's because the ball is actually...
It makes sense in Spyro!
So what you have to do is... Jesus, sorry. What you have to do...
Oh no, this...
What you have to do... What you have to do...
It's just like the interrupting text whenever it does a day and night transition in Castlevania 2.
Both for getting the ball back home and for assisting you in many types of platforming challenge. It's a symbiotic relationship. You need each other as much as the other does. There are 4 balls you can...
Oh, that's kind of cool that it, like, gets snow on it. There's certain games that don't really do that anymore nowadays.
A bowling ball that is nice and heavy for some accurate rolling and breaking objects and walls. A steel ball that can be used to keep the ball still and have it be picked up by magnets.
That's a lot of balls. Eh?
And you can even roll around the crystal
I'll
itself.
go home.
Not that I've played it before, but this game reminds me a lot.
Oh, I remember when people started talking about this game. Billy Hatcher.
When you don't have the rolling object on your person at all times. Unless you desperately need the ball for a high jump, a ball switch, or to throw it.
Wow, I'm impressed.
You can do most of what you need to clear a path or whatever without the ball, since you have a perfectly long and high double jump and a very effective fist slam attack to get rid of enemies. But you'll find yourself keeping as close...
So sorry about that. Again, I probably should have like disabled notifications real quick while I was screen recording this, so yeah. Hopefully there's no more messages like that, and hopefully we can continue on with the rest of the video. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. Interesting idea that, like, to get crystals, you have to use the balls that are just lying around, I guess.
Jump even higher as Glover himself, along with being able to
And he keeps showing Grover a lot.
towards higher ledges.
I guess that's what he's going to call him now.
Uses too to help you out, and not just for the relevant puzzles and situations, but for how the physics engine works with each of them. For instance, if you balance on the
Okay, that's kind of interesting. So it's not just mostly your attack, it also helps you get to higher ledges.
pirate granny, Doritos with teeth.
Or you could say a Dorito bowl.
Elton John's
Something like that.
Things my cat likes to cough up. A Stegosaurus with a handbag.
I wish I had the imagination to make that one up, but no, it's just in the game.
Sorry if you heard that snoring. That was actually my dog in the background.
Is the bounce while you're holding the ball.
And Caddy, are you sure this is a bad game? Because this actually looks kind of fun.
And moving the ball along the stage with you in order to reach the ending.
Though I feel like at some point, like, it is going to talk about it getting probably annoying. Hey, another classic game, Sly Cooper. Though sadly I only played... Oh, I could see a lava level there.
But it's not perfect.
But yeah, I've only ever played the first Sly Cooper game, but I love the character so much.
Like you press the bounce button every time you want the ball to bounce, and the game makes that bounce happen on the next cycle of when the ball hits your hand. It's not when you press the button. On one hand, it means you can't mess up the timing since it's always the same, but on the other hand, it means there isn't really any timing at all, and it takes a while to get used to. Especially in the ending stages with the bottomless pits everywhere and the lava in the volcano stage.
Okay.
Lose a life. These segments give you only one chance to learn this control and it often feels totally
okay, he just randomly died there. Now that I think about it, what actually would happen if an inanimate glove that comes to life runs around the place, touches lava, and just... I know it would burn up, but do you think it would actually feel pain? That would actually be terrible to see if a glove that came to life actually felt pain from getting stabbed or, like, just burnt up in lava. That would just be really sad. Just, yikes. No one would see that. No one would want to see that at all. Ugh. It's just...
explaining why sometimes one press of the button results in 2 consecutive bounces really quickly after each other, causing you to throw the damn thing straight into the lava.
Okay, so this is really hard to explain, but when I say time it on the button presses, I mean, it would be cool if every time you press...
Oh, is he actually showing, like
that, which then made the ball bounce, but in this game doesn't work.
Okay, so I think this is where the bad points of it are.
You press the button
Oh, this is how I used to do my old Let's Play videos. Ha! Nice, Caddy.
To be kind of random, so... See, I didn't do that. That wasn't me. Sometimes you'll do it once.
Okay, so that seems to be a problem.
And I think
just
he's trying to get
that.
to the highest height.
That seems to be one problem so far in the game.
That you're just telling the game to start bouncing the ball, and that's just his default first bounce after that. I don't know. But it's a load of
For the stages themselves,
okay.
They're all right.
Really sorry, I had to burp there for a second.
3D platformers of the time, but at least the gimmick of you using the physics of the terrain to get the ball to the end, along with using the board to get yourself to the end, keeps them interesting enough. There's other useful mechanics too, like being able to point towards the ball if you can't find it, and if you find a platform.
I thought the Glover was about to die there for a second.
Unlike those moments where it's possible to pop the ball, shatter the crystal, or burn it in lava, which causes a loss of a life, if you throw the ball out of bounds to the point of it flying off the map but not being damaged by...
So you can double jump!
It'll rematerialize into your glove a few seconds later.
Weird, now that I think about it.
Exploit this. Throw the ball away, do the tricky bit, and wait for it to come back.
Yeah, I can be crafty too, you...
Okay. Well, guess you're not gonna have any more fun time. I apologize for saying that. Oh gosh.
Stuck where you are, unable to progress unless you run all the way back to find the ball or deliberately kill yourself to respawn you and the ball back at the most recent checkpoint, making you realize this is probably why Glover 2 never happened. The bonus stages you get for finishing all the world's levels are easily the most fun and challenging.
I think what's weird is that, like, it doesn't feel like one of those, like, where do you go type of games, because you can clearly see where you need to go.
To do with ball rolling. The main levels as well, even though with a linear start and end, can be open-ended and explorable with things in opposite ends of the map needing to be done to unlock more of it. The closest I can compare it to is Croc, another dead platforming master.
I literally was about to say that it was also like Croc.
There are a lot more ways to exploit some of the power-ups.
I don't know why I didn't think that. I was about to say that the game was kind of like Croc also in a weird way.
With a bit of clever platforming, saving you a lot of time, hassle, and really cool for speedrunning. You know, if you want to speedrun at any point.
Ew.
Yeah, by doing this I may have missed out on all the collectibles, but am I about to sit here and finish Glover on PS1?
Look at Caddy trying to be Gerard the completionist right now. And yeah, that's another YouTuber I watch where he 100% completes games. So tell me, Caddy, are you going to be 100% completing this game now? He probably is. Also, I'm kind of wondering about the point system in this game. Like, not a lot of people really care about the point system in games except for, like, arcade games and old-school NES games. Now that I think about it, point systems do kind of matter because they also help you get extra lives and stuff, but, you know, does that mean the N64 version was originally going to be a arcade game, basically?
The camera cannot for the life of itself show you anything around the cramped spaces and stays on top of Grover so much that you can never see where and when.
Stop showing up, Grover! You're not in this episode!
Get onto. And there are a load of one-off sequences right here, like when instead of following the arrows, the logical thing to do, you instead have to jump into this water
and from the looks of it, it looks like you also can glitch through them, which is another problem the PlayStation had. Oh, bad hit detection.
Just want you to put the ball in the cart where the sign is. By the way, these things are also filled with bottomless pits that take you so long to fall down, you'll be able to finish off Glover's tax returns. This drop here was so long, in fact, that Glover even decided to chat to me during his death.
He glitched through it.
Listening to bloody clown music, which I'm sure you're aware is not recommended for stressful and serious situations. I mean, did you ever see that movie about those clowns getting a divorce after their clown child was killed by a
Starting to kind of notice a theming going on here with the clowns. Especially that! Ugh.
I suppose it's a good thing then.
Now that just reassured my fear of clowns.
A combo string without waiting too long, which makes your points go up faster, which makes your life counter go up faster, so at least there isn't anything to worry about on that end. Plus, you can even choose to walk back to any checkpoints throughout the stage in case you fall to the bottom of a vertical stage or lose your ball without it falling off the stage entirely. That's really
oh boy.
This game is patience, really, and trying out a few other techniques other than basic rolling and bouncing to get you through some of the harder moments. And yes, it takes more time doing some of these things, but I think that's kind of the point of the game. To be creative and careful more than fast and careless. It's not about flow, it's about trying to figure out what's going on. It's more effective in some areas to slap the ball across pits than bounce along with it, or leave the ball somewhere safe and head off on your own to clear out enemies and obstacles before returning to go and get it. The situation is not always as straightforward as you think it is, and you need to stop and assess what you're doing a lot of the time.
Well done. You've done a good job, kid.
Yep.
The boss is like the anteater clown as
well. Oh, and there's a
Frankenstein's monster. This guy
Frankenstein boss?
All you have to do is fist slam the panel to make the opposite panel rise up.
Oh, I see what this is. This reminds me so much of the Oogie Boogie boss battle from Kingdom Hearts 1. Where you have to get up to Oogie Boogie to hit him. You gotta hit it at the right second.
Painful. And even when I figured out the perfect order to do it without getting stuck, it still took way too long. Didn't leave me in any danger, didn't let me engage with the boss, and it was simply boring.
But the worst stage in the game, and easily one of the worst stages I've ever played on a platformer on the PS1, worse than Bubsy 3D, worse than Rascal, is the second level of the final world.
It doesn't sound too bad either. It's a long corridor-styled level with many branching paths leading off to different platforming challenges with ball-only switches that make obstacles move along the corridor. Then, once every obstacle along the corridor is moving, you have to hit another ball-only switch at the start of the corridor in order to activate a timed door to the other end of the corridor where the exit of the level is, meaning you having to roll the ball as fast as you can throughout the enemies, spikes, and all the live-ending obstacles in order to reach the exit at the other end before the door.
Hopefully there's at least a slowdown thing that can help you get through it.
After all the switches in preparation for the final run, it's alright. But when it comes to the run itself, it's totally ruined by one major thing. The PS1 draw distance. See this first obstacle here? If you so much as scrape your foot... wait, no, that's not right. Scrape your finger across this thing, you have run out of time to reach the end. It really is that strict. You have to do it...
I don't even know why you went backwards.
Minimal turns without stopping even for a millisecond to reach the end. And with this draw distance here, I can't see when I'm supposed to start moving forward onto the countdown switch to time when I'll be able to run perfectly through this first obstacle. Meaning
I'm guessing this is kind of like a time trial?
And if I don't, then I just have to go back to the start, wait for the time
I'm not even sure.
Another random try over and over and over and over
again. Yeah, what did kill you?
Even if you do manage to get through the first obstacle by total luck, you may have another accident causing you to have to start over.
Yeah, that makes more sense. You hit the spikes.
Even looking up walkthroughs online,
okay.
Bother with it and glitch through the final door. But I tried that and I couldn't do it, so I had to do it legit. And my God, even with an absolute pinpoint perfect run, I only just made it. This is one of the most unfair things I've ever seen in a platformer, and I can't believe they shipped the PS1 version without this being thought about.
And by the end, while most of the game stages ended up lasting me maybe 4 minutes, if that, This
Wow.
stage left me on it for 21 minutes. And
Wait. So let me get this straight. That whole thing took you 21 minutes to beat. 21 minutes? Really? Okay, man, maybe I've been actually wrong about this game the whole time. Wow, really? 21 minutes to beat that whole section. Now I'm starting to think that section was actually a time trial. Yeah, also, I just now noticed the heart point system. That's like old school NES right there, or old school like Super Nintendo or Sega. No, Super Nintendo would actually make a health bar for some of their later games. Weird for the PlayStation lineup to have a 3-heart system. Instead of just, lives maybe, and like a hit where you get hit once or twice, or maybe 3 times, and then you die. Then again, with this game, anything you touch just like instantly kills you. But spikes? No, that'll just make you blink for a little bit and you're temporarily invincible.
Well, kinda meh. I mean, I just talked about the clown music and how stressful it is for some of the hardest platforming in the game, but the rest I can't really speak positively or negatively about. It's just kind of there. Except for the hub world theme, I loved this piece. It's so calming and serene to counterbalance the insanity you just finished off in a level. It feels homely and nostalgic in a weird way, and even gets more joyful and optimistic the closer to the end of the game you get. The only things this music doesn't gel well with are the fact you can run over ladybirds and listening to a farting budgie on a garden swing. No, I wasn't making that up. Oh, one of the Pirate World level tracks I also really love because in one part it sounds like the composer sat on the keyboard.
Oh, well that glitched out for some odd reason.
Something I do like a little bit in the game is the camera.
Okay.
It's pretty innovative actually, since you can use the right analog stick in 4 directions to move it around. But like anything good that I like, it ends up growing up and eventually annoys me. Firstly, the camera angle distances you can
Those kind of things in games with like the bridge collapsing, those actually terrify me.
On occasion, it gets massively stuck. Luckily, this doesn't happen too often, but when it does, man, do you want to shut this prick in the glove compartment? That sounded really bad.
Well, Glover's dead again.
But everything else is totally fine, especially with, once again, the analog control, giving you lots of accurate movement on the left stick as well as camera control on the right. And the slapping and throwing upwards commands on the ball are really great to use, since you don't only have a guidance marker showing you exactly where the ball will go, but once you activate this mode, you are totally frozen and locked into place in midair or on the ground until you move where you want to throw and then throw the ball. Not to mention, you don't have to commit to a throw once you press the throw or slap button and can cancel out whenever you want, which actually makes these throwing commands a very useful tool for stopping dead in your tracks in more precise platforming parts instead of having to rely on ball rolling physics potentially messing you up on tightrope sections.
But in the end, even though an incredibly cool idea with a lot of promise and with most of what it sets out to do being done, Glover, on PS1 especially, is just...
Oh, he actually kind of does like it.
I say that the potential for this character and all the unique abilities he has is pretty endless. And it's the simplistic charm of Glover that ends up making it a pretty memorable...
There goes Grover again.
With the ball rolling mechanics and the design of the game, and in all of the little details gone into his character.
Stuff like whenever you take damage, you get an extra bandage on one of your fingers indicating your hit points. When you haven't got a ball in your possession to let go of, that same button...
Aww, it's adorable!
...towards wherever he's facing, as a hand. When the ball falls out of bounds and comes back to you, it gets punctured. The ball gradually picks up snow in the prehistoric levels and picks up more or less snow depending...
Yeah, it talks about that. Like, it's getting covered in snow. Games need to do that more often.
...the thing as you'd expect him to. It actually pushes it as that hand again.
That was too adorable.
It doesn't make sense, but it's cartoony as hell, and what I...
Oh, and his eyes are kind of like closing like he's straining.
Tapping his fingers here,
oh!
But as a normal hand, not as himself. That's brilliant. And when you actually take a step
that was
back,
actually
you
kind of
realize he's really
creepy. I don't know why they put that... Caddy, stop!
The boss level against the Sorting Hat is perhaps the worst attempt of a PS1 first-person shooter you've ever seen that causes your lives to drain faster than a colander, and you then realise the franchise probably died for the best. Yay, we saved our best friend Glove. I'd have thrown him into the fire and bought another glove on eBay, but whatever. And we go back into the depths of Gabe Newell's castle.
Alright,
to continue
back to do some more magic, I guess.
But this time he succeeds, and by the end of the day, the whole world is gone. Well done, Glover, you're complicit.
So yeah, after all the negative reviews and everything, If you ask me, Glover is just okay. It's not that bad.
Well, that's interesting.
Climactic. I mean, I would rather play it on the N64 for the smoother frame rates and infinitely better visuals, but, I mean, it's really not that bad as a game overall. Even on the PS1, it's completely fine, so that couldn't have been the reason the sequel was cancelled. What happened there, then?
Well, as it turns out, it's much simpler than that. The publisher, Hasbro Interactive, had plans to buy 150,000 Nintendo 64 cartridges for the nearly finished Glover 2, ready to stick on the shelves. But the guy in charge of ordering was told by Nintendo that there'd be a bigger discount if he ordered more cartridges, and so he doubled the order to 300,000. And the problem wasn't that they couldn't sell the game itself, but that no retailers had...
And it's also safe to say that Toys R Us basically went from changes after going bankrupt. Is that the post? Was that the poster for Glover 2? Oh no! Yeah, games used to do that a lot, and I think mostly the Conquer games did that a lot too.
But I did hear through the grapevine that a certain company on the internet that's pretty famous for taking old licenses and re-releasing the games that were part of the licenses on the systems they were supposed to be released on.
Odd name for a game company.
Acquired the rights to Glover and its sequel a couple of years ago. I think in 2017. So who knows? Maybe Glover 2 will be released after all, and then Glover can have a love interest.
No! Alright, there you go, guys. That was my reaction to caddicarus' review on Glover for the PlayStation 1. And honestly, I don't think it looks like a bad game. Like, despite that time trial looking thing and the delayed throws on the ball, or delayed bounces mostly, I think it looks pretty fun. I mean, not gonna lie, like, with being on PlayStation 1, I think it probably would have been better playing it on Nintendo 64, but I definitely think it looks kind of cool. Definitely, it was a lot funnier watching Caddy's review of it, and his take on Glover in the entire video, which was very, very awkward at the start of it. Why did he even have to film it like that? I don't know. But anyway, with that being said, everybody, thank you all for watching this video. Before I do my outro, I know the last thing I posted in my community post saying that reviews are not going to be on this channel anymore. However, what I am planning on doing is doing reviews in the community posts now. So I will be posting reviews of different movies, and you guys can comment below in my videos what you want me to review for a community post that I will be posting. Actually, one recent request for a review was, of course, on the new Spider-Man No Way Home movie, which I'm planning to do that. I'm actually planning on doing that when I get a chance to talk about it, so there's that. Anyway, with that being said, thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell to never miss a new video. Anyways, I will see all you awesome guys and gals later. Bye-bye!